And of course, the panic withdrawals is a headache for most financial institutions in the country. And apparently, it's also the headache of Tilapia, the cartoonist, as he gives us some illustrations there of his own. I'm sure there are a couple of players you can see there, collapsed banks, dead man there on the floor, and then the Consolidated Bank Ghana trying to console customers and trying to assure them that their investments are safe. And of course, there's also Menzgold in there, and that's the man out there, out of the bank there, doing some huge panic withdrawal there. Right, and then let's turn our attention to Menzgold. And gold dealers, Menzgold, say customers who wish to terminate their investment transaction will receive the full amount of their investment in 90 days if the ongoing misunderstanding with statutory institutions is resolved. Communications director of the company, Ni Ama Amatefio, assured clients their principal will be paid to them within 3 months.
Offices of the gold trading company were locked over security concerns on October 5. The company said it met with sections of the customers and addressed a number of issues, including payment of interest and principal. Communications Director for Menzgold, Niama Matefio, explained the firm will no longer pay dividends as previously communicated.
What we've agreed with our stakeholders or our customers is that we are going to pay everybody's principal to him or her within a certain period of time. This resolution came up from a meeting we had with our customers, our stakeholders yesterday, and most of them, as a matter of fact, what they need at this point in time is not their extra value per se. What they really want is their principal. So we agreed that if the principal is that what they want, we are going to give everybody's principal starting from next month all the way to December. So what it means is that we're going to have 90 days to pay everybody's principal to him or her.
He says management has reached a decision to pay only the principal investment within 3 months.
Most of them were of the view that there's too much stress, there's too much suffering, and therefore we have to do something before the 90th days. So what they told us was that if we can pay a certain percentage within a month so that we can spread the rest to the 90 days, that will be fine. In fact, most of them proposed that we pay them 50% of their principal, and then the rest 50% can be spread to within the 3 months.
The firm also explained it has engaged the Securities and Exchange Commission to determine the way forward.
Well, meanwhile, reports gathered from some branches of Menzgold is that customers who wish to terminate their investment contracts with a gold dealership company have been given the opportunity to register their names and details. Now, reporter Nong Falong has been to a couple of the branches and she joins us in the studio. Good afternoon to you, No.
Good afternoon.
Right, so which branches did you go to and what did you see there?
I went to the East Legon branch. There's no official activity going on at the branch. There are no workers of Menzgold in sight. There's just the security men who wait around, and then when customers come forward, they direct them to come inside and write their names on. They have a book that's taking down the names. They are saying this book is supposed to inform the schedule that will come out. You know, the old schedule has been scrapped. So this new schedule will determine how much they will pay to which client, what percentages they will start to pay, and in how long they'll be able to pay the monies back. So if you're a client who you want to terminate your contract with them, you have to go and put your name down in this book, and then they'll attend to you through that.
Is there a reason why it's the security men who are taking down these details and not the workers? That's the question a lot of the clients are asking. They want to be able to speak to someone who works with Menzgold instead of just interacting with the security. They want their questions answered. And some of them don't just want their principal, they want both principal and dividends. There are some people who, since they invested, have not gone for their dividends. They were accumulating it. So they also have questions. And most of them are just frustrated because it's at a time where they need to meet obligations. They have
other financial pressures, and this is the situation they find themselves in.
How big was the crowd? Was it a big crowd?
No, there was no big crowd. Well, compared to before, initially when you go to Menzgold, you see a lot of people, but there was no crowd. You find just a few people. If you stand in front of their office for 1 hour, you probably find like 12 people coming and going, and they just come in, they silently go and write down their names, and then they leave. There's no much crowd. Just a few customers, a lot of frustration, a lot of questions, and they're just writing that they are not certain that they will actually get their money, and that's where their frustration is coming from, because this is not the first directive that has come from Menzgold. Some of them have text messages from Menzgold as far back as last month explaining to them to take their time, and they just want answers to their questions.
Did you sense that they are fearful or frustrated?
Very much. There are a lot of people. It will amaze you that you meet bankers. Over there, you meet financial consultants, which was surprising to me. And, well, most of them say the signs are clear and they are very uncertain. But at this point, they are just hoping. There are people who put their children's school fees in there. There are people who went for loans and put it in there. So they are very worried, and they just need to get their monies back.
Thank you very much, Noon.